clouds Leland just showed you. They're going to continue to work their way out. We'll see a mixture of sun and cloud cover as we do go throughout the day with very nice, bright conditions. Now, as far as a tiny sprinkle or two, we cannot rule that out. Areas across the plateau, this would truly be the exception rather than the rule. And you can tell by this model run, it wouldn't add up to too much. Just a quick blip on the radar and then making its way out. Now, overnight tonight, clear skies.
These right here, you took them?
Oh no, I didn't take these. No, these were somebody from my school took those. Her name's Raquel. She does photography, but she's tough for sure.
Yeah, them hard.
Yeah, she's tough. She's tough.
My name is Cameron Davis. I'm a rising junior, and I'm gonna be attending Wayne State University up in Detroit, Michigan. I played basketball growing up, trying to follow my mom's footsteps, but going into say 5th grade, my dad, he was like, I'm gonna have to pick a sport. I'm gonna have to pick one. I mean, I was alright in basketball, but my heart wasn't really into it, for real. So I just told him, I'm gonna go with football, and after that, it was just straight training from then on. I mean, every year, all city, all region.
Yeah, all that.
So I mean, I was always pretty good in high school. I mean, no cocky stuff, but.
That's real. That's real. Just keeping it real. Just keeping it real.
What have you been working on the most over, I guess, this off season? What is something you've been trying to really work on and hone in on to where you can, I guess maybe last season or maybe in the past, it may not have been where you wanted to be. What is something
going into this season, and what I've been working on, I say my leadership. That's the main thing that I want to work on. And I mean, you can't work on it, you just got to do it. So whenever I get an opportunity to be that leader, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna grab it and take it. From freshman year to now, it's a huge jump. Going from my freshman year, I'm probably about 6'1", 180. 6'1", 180. Now I'm 6'5", 220. In the size aspect, I done grown. And then in thinking, the process in the game. So going from freshman year all the way through high school, JUCO, the game has slowed down for me. It ain't as fast as it was. It was a lot of good parts, man. I mean, my dad, like he said, he played in college and stuff like that. He had a great career, great seasons. So I just wanted to pretty much, be like him. Be like their dad. My dad was my role model growing up. I wanted to be like him. He set all them records in Mississippi and stuff like that. So I wanted to set my records up here in Tennessee. We moved up here, I was a freshman, and he was my head coach and OC.
Well, I'm Clifton Davis. Originally from Alabama, we moved to Mississippi when I was younger. As far as, the athletics, I've been around athletics my whole life. My dad played professional football. Well, before that, he played at Alcorn State University. My dad did. And he was drafted by the New York Giants. He played in the NFL 3.5, 4 years until he got injured. When he got injured, he got into coaching and everything like that. And he coached me in a small town in North Mississippi, Sardis, Mississippi. A lot of struggling years before I got a chance to play. And I saw a lot of those teams that he coached lost. So a lot of times when I was a little kid, I said to myself that, we're not gonna lose when I start playing.
So what? Drew that up. That's all you.
When I graduated in 1992, I was the all-time leading passer in high school history for over 9,300 yards, threw 104 touchdowns and 10 touchdowns in one game. So I set 3 national records and 8 state Mississippi passing records. So I was recruited all over, a national recruit. but I played college football at the University of Memphis, played quarterback there, and played with some people that had some legendary careers. Isaac Bruce is one of them. Played with the St. Louis Rams, wide receiver, Russell Copeland, and a lot of other people like that.
I said, who would you throw it to first, like, out of us three when we
I had 66 receptions. But he was the most, like, sure-handed guy, though. For sure. He was. He had the best hands.
He was like 5 for 30.
He had the best hands, though. I was 5 for 30.
No, I'm talking about one young.
No, he talking about me.
You talking about DJ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, he's a kid, one hand is in practice.
Throw it to me like that.
And, you know, I was a coach when he was born, and a coach all the way, coached him since he was 5, all the way until he got ready to go to college.
So you pretty much already knew because football is in the blood.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely was in the blood, just athletics in general. His mother was a college basketball player. His mother's 6 feet, and she was a really good basketball player at Alcorn State University. So he had athletics on both sides, and from my father, who was a former NFL player. And he told me he was ready to start playing football. You know, he was about 5 or 6 at that time. And I told him, I said, you know, if you really want to play, you know, we're going to put everything into it for you to be good. And he said he was ready to do all that. And hence I started training him when he was around 6 years old, and, you know, still train him now.
I'll give you the hardest thing. Hardest thing, he owned you all day. He owned me all day. I mean, he was my coach and he was one of my teachers also. So I seen him all day, every day. I seen him from the time I woke up to the time I was going to sleep.
There was never a hard part of it for me. You know, it was never hard for me because I'm always gonna be his biggest critic. I'm also gonna be his biggest cheerleader. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that was never a hard part for me. It might have been hard for him because I might, you know, be coaching him on the field, and then when we get home, we're still talking about you should have made that read or your footwork was wrong on that. That might have been hard for him, but for me, it was joy.
Against Glencliff, I threw 7 touchdowns. I think that was my freshman year, yeah. Had 7 touchdowns. I think I needed 4 more to get the record.
He told you to say
Yeah.
a little bit too close.
Yeah, bro. He ain't want to give it to me. I wouldn't say it was hard, but, you know, everybody wants their own space. You want your own little bit of space, but I'm glad that he didn't give me that space because it changed the way I acted, you know. It changed the way that I carried myself. Like, I just seen from people in high school how they acted and how they came from home to going to school, you know, to me coming in. My dad, he go to school, he teacher. I'm getting good grades, you know. I'm staying out of trouble. I'm not doing anything I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So I see other people, they slipped on their work. So I mean, all in all, it was great to have him there by my side, and he always gonna be there by my side.
Ivy League announced Tuesday that it's canceled both its men's and women's postseason basketball tournaments, becoming the first NCAA conference to make the move in response to the coronavirus outbreak.
Several news outlets are reporting the Big Ten's football season will be called off today. The reports say the conference has already voted to cancel their season over COVID-19 safety concerns. The Big Ten would be the third major conference to cancel football this year. Mountain West announcing yesterday it is postponing its fall season, and the MAC, which includes Ball State, canceled their season on Saturday. The Pac-12 conference could also announce sometime soon.
Breaking this afternoon, we won't see college sports in Pullman. for a long time. The Pac-12 announced today they will not allow any athletic competition until at least January 1st of 2021, and that all fall sports will now be moved to the spring.
Welcome back. Coronavirus concerns are shaking up the world of sports like never before.
And all the news keeps changing by the moment. All 4 major league sports that are currently playing have been suspended. The coronavirus making a major impact. And now this just moments ago as we went to break, the NCAA has decided to cancel March Madness. No NCAA tournament for both the men and the women. Again, NCAA tournaments now officially canceled. As well as what we learned earlier, the long-awaited opener for Inter Miami CF is going to have to wait. The team was scheduled to play their first game ever on Saturday in Fort Lauderdale, first home game. MLS is suspending all operations, though, for at least 30 days.
These things happen.
After his sophomore year, he had a lot of traction. A lot of people were recruiting, and we took visits out again to Oklahoma, went out there to watch a game and spent a whole weekend out there. And Lincoln Riley, who's the head coach then, he kind of saw him when I took him out there to a middle school camp when he was in 6th grade. And at that time, Lincoln Riley was the offense coordinator. He actually came out and pulled him to the side and did some drills with him on the side. And we kind of built that relationship up all the way. But COVID hit, and then the transfer portal, the transfer portal came, and a lot of people just started recruiting, especially quarterbacks from the portal, So that was something that hindered his recruiting. So that's kind of, where we are right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. You know, like, I turn the video, like, completely off. For some keys. Go. Big Hayes! I'm freaking running back, huh? I'm freaking Big Hayes! I still can't why would y'all get some work here? 20 piece is crazy. You want something? You want some?
I mean, if you can't bake bread, fake, man. Let me get one.
No, but
Let me get one.
Hillwood was his junior year. We only played 5 or 6 games. It wasn't a full season, obviously, because it was shortened here in the city. And, some people didn't get a chance to play. But his junior year, the trophies up there, he was the Metro Offensive Player of the Year for 5A, 6A, here in the city. So he was still putting up numbers, had a good season. And then senior year came, we went to Stratford. He still had a really good year. He was offered by Austin Peay and Eastern Kentucky, EKU. Those were the 2 official offers that he had. But again, the transfer portal came. Those offers didn't come through, and hence we end up going the JUCO route.
So obviously you had the success in high school.
Yeah.
So you always knew you wanted to play in college.
Oh, yeah.
That was the goal.
That was the goal.
That was the goal.
That was the goal. I wanted to go play college. It was always a dream to play D1 football. But, as you know, everybody's journey different. So I went JUCO coming out of high school. Went to JUCO, Southwest Mississippi Community College. Down here with Cortland Hayes. He was a great guy. He was the only guy that gave me an opportunity, really, coming out of high school. So I'm always applaud him for giving me that opportunity.
Southwest Mississippi Community College. Yeah.
So going there,
Yeah.
Just talking to the coaches, how was that environment, and how did you feel like that was a good fit at the time for your son?
It was a good fit at the time. Real good offense coordinator there, Cortland Hayes. He and Cameron, really developed a good bond there. He ended up, starting 6 or 7 games there, played really well, got some really good film while he was there. At the end of his first season there, the offense coordinator actually left and took another offense coordinator job at a Division II school in Clinton, Mississippi College. So we did 1 year down in JUCO, and because of the relationship that he had built with Coach Hayes, in turn brought him to Mississippi College for year 2 to be the quarterback at Division II Mississippi College.
Davis brings the Choctaws back. He's out of Nashville from Southwest Community College. He'll throw on first down, has his man complete at the Mississippi College. As Davis back to pass, looks, throws to the right, has his man complete, falling away, making the grab around the 49. Now we're back to third down and long. Deep pass thrown down the near sideline, drops right into the 3 defenders on the goal line. Davis rolls to his right. He's got room to run. He instead will throw to the back of the end zone. It is not complete. The receiver was on the line. Well, now they'll say touchdown.
At the end of this past spring, we decided to get in the transfer portal. Felt like it'd be the best thing for us to look around and see what was out there. A new coaching staff came in at Mississippi College and wanted to do things a different way. So there's some good and bad about the portal. This is the good side of it, is that you don't have to stay anywhere if you don't feel like everything is going the way you feel like it needs to be going. And we talked about it in depth. We felt like it'll be the best thing for them to do is to get in the portal. So was in the portal for, a month and a half, 2 months, somewhere around there, a month and a half, and got some offers. Lane College offered him, Central State in Ohio offered him, Kentucky State offered him, and some other Division III schools, and some talk from some FCS schools. But he has an online profile, National Prospect ID, and he sends out different messages to different coaches at different times. And Wayne State, who's coached by Tyrone Wheatley, he was a great running back from Michigan, and been an NFL running back coach at several different teams, most recently the Denver Broncos. He's the head coach at Wayne State University, and he and Cameron started talking, texting it initially, then some phone calls ensued and different things like that. And he offered him last week. He actually went up there Monday. He spent 7 hours with us Monday. A lot of head coaches don't take that much time out of their day to spend with you unless they're really interested. So we had a really good visit up there. I think it's a great opportunity up there for him on the field and off the field. Detroit is kind of in a renaissance right now. Downtown is beautiful. Everything is coming back downtown. So we believe that's going to be a great spot for him. And we're just looking forward to it.